All right. So, um, at the moment, so today has been so far we can see that price at the moment is moving from internal range liquidity. As we know, price moves from IRL to ERL, and in this case, we can see that previous day's low is the external range liquidity in this case, right here. And that is basically also what I anticipated for today. I wrote it down in my journal because yesterday we saw price was pretty bearish and also closed pretty bearish, especially in the AM session, as we can see. And price created a lot of Favaldi gaps in the meantime. So we can see price came up in the London session, swept that internal range liquidity. When price moves from internal range liquidity, where it becomes withdrawn liquidity, it becomes external range liquidity. And external range liquidity in this case so happens to be previous day's low. So that's pretty nice to see, because it could lead to better price action, knowing that price is moving from IRL to ERL. But also we have, I think, let me just check. Yeah, we have news here at 10 a.m. So no high impact news. It's CB consumer confidence, so it's fine. But I want to see. Well, at the moment, we are still pretty bullish on ES, as we can see right here. ES at the moment, we didn't really quite manage to reach that high, so this is a SMT at the moment. But we also have a large SMT, I think, on the 15-minute time frame. We have an SMT going all the way down to this low, all the way up to this low. So it does look like price is kind of bullish at the moment. But as we can see, we of course opened bearish. Could be that we opened manipulate, distribute higher, because we could see these two highs up here as a drawn liquidity, though there is ASMT. It just depends if we're bullish or bearish, of course. But I'm not really seeing any specific delivery at the moment. So, yeah, the bias really comes up to here in about 1 minute and 30 seconds, 9:30. You can also see yesterday's price action. We really just expanded. There isn't really any good trade opportunities. So I'd like to see that today. At the moment, I'm not really seeing anything. It's a bit choppy because we're going up to 9:30. But yeah, I really hope we are going to see some better price action today. I am going to expect that. Or I'm expecting it. So it would be nice to see. ES at the moment looking all right. So 30 seconds till 9:30. 1 hour time frame. At the moment, I'm just looking at ES on another chart to see what price action is doing. Yeah, we don't really also have any trade opportunities here on ES so far, as we can see right here. Not many trade opportunities. It's going to be interesting. So let's see for 9:30. Maybe we'll have a lot of L or LR price ones to go after. So at the moment we are seeing not much really. We just have to be patient. So we can see we have a lot of highs going all the way down here. This could be seen as a drawn liquidity or high resistance liquidity. So we're a bit of like a, could either be low resistance liquidity or high resistance liquidity. Yeah, not much to do right now. Yeah, we're just waiting. Gotta be patient. We have built a little bit of LR down here, as we can see. Maybe we're going to see a order block right here, 9:30 order block. That would be nice to see, actually. And this would be a propulsion block, if I'm correct. Respected that beautifully at the constant encouragement. But doesn't look like price is going to close above the body. Maybe, maybe not. Did any of you guys take trades? I think yesterday, yeah. Personally, I didn't really catch anything. I think that SMT is probably going to hold, that large SMT we created yesterday on the 1 hour time frame. It is probably going to hold. I would say so, but we've seen ES isn't really following along with NQ at the moment. Price action, it has been not that good this past week also, or just the last week's price action. Wow, I didn't really want to be caught in a trade there. But I'm looking to see if price is going to respect that higher time frame SMT we have. If we just go up here in the 4 hour time frame, we have a SMT, I think at this low all the way up to this low. That's the SMT, and we also talked about it yesterday. But initially, I want to see this right here being a drawn liquidity up here, if we're bullish, of course, because we respected. Yeah, let me just seconds. We respected the body. At the constant encouragement. Right now, price is not that bullish. So, and also one of the reasons I'm a bit bullish right now is because we have all-time highs, and these all-time highs price is a bit close to, I would say. So that's definitely something that I'm keeping an eye on. So right here, we can see price is manipulating at the moment, sweeping sell side liquidity. So, would nice to see some bullish price action now. Are we going for all-time high this week or next week? Well, I am thinking it really just depends on, price action. That's a good question. Let's just go at the daily time frame analysis from here. So ES, I definitely think ES is going to be the first pair that's going to reach the all-time highs, because on NQ we disrespected this Vivaldi gap down here, but on ES we're still holding it, and we are trading within this large order block right here. So I think if price, one confirmation that I would like to see is that if price closes above this Vivaldi gap up here, then we are probably going to see bullish price action going all the way up to the all-time highs. But price could also just run out previous day's high or these two equal highs. Then I also think price is going to reach the all-time highs. That's kind of the two things that I'm looking for to price reaching the all-time highs. So looking pretty bullish here. And as I said, looks like some LR we have going up to the London highs right here, as we can see. Yeah. So going to be interesting. We also have this wick right here. You gotta look out for the big wicks, because we have to focus on the specific price points, like the lower quadrant, constant encouragement, upper quadrant. Yeah, so we just gotta see what price is going to do at the moment. So 9:30 is over. Now it's just about what price is going to do. 5-minute time frame, looking actually pretty bullish, but this I don't like. Price respecting the bodies at this high. SMT still holding. Wait, let me just go for NQ for you guys. So NQ is, we can see we reached the previous day's low. This looks pretty bearish, right? Close beneath it. But if you go on the 1 hour time frame or 4 hour, looks a bit bullish. Just depends on where price is going to close. Sweep, sell side liquidity. Okay, we are seeing. So I really don't know how price is just going to consolidate at the moment. That would be very boring today, if I have to be honest. Just gotta go with that 1 minute time frame. I'm not really seeing any trade opportunities at the moment, if you guys are wondering. And the reason I've marked out this low down here is because if price is going to go lower, this is the first low that we have to keep an eye on, as that's probably where price is going to target. So that's why I've marked it out. Yes, not doing much at the moment. Yeah. Yes. What is it doing? Kind of choppy price action at the moment. No more sweep. So I'm looking to see if price wants to create any favorability gaps that could potentially be a, IFEG in the future. But it's just about if price is going to do that. Bearish LR. Let me just check that. Where are you seeing that LR? Like 1 minute, 50 minute, 1 hour time frame? Oh, 50 minute. Let me just check. Yes. Oh, you mean this right here? Like this? Or you mean this? Going all the way up here? Oh, okay. I see that. Yeah, price could do that. But I'm curious to see, because I think maybe Thursday let me just check on Forex Factory. So, here first day we have our first 8:30 high impact news drivers, and I would want to see if price is going to, that's probably where the true bias is going to be shown, or just price is kind of giving us or telling us where the market is going to go, especially for Friday, because I think maybe Friday is going to be an expansion day. But we also do have to remember that it is NFP next week. But yeah, at the moment, price is looking pretty bearish. You're right there. Yeah, we're probably going to reach this low all the way down here. Yeah, price action isn't that good at the moment. Yeah, it's just jumping around. We see a lot of wicks. Price action, I mean, these past 8 or 9 days hasn't really been the best. But I have heard some people say that August isn't really the best trading month. So it is, understandably. What is ES? Yeah, ES has not reached this low at the moment, I think. No, ES still lacking a bit on that. Oh, now we reached it, so it's fine. So yeah, we're probably going to reach this low in about the next 3 or 4 candles. Mm-mm. So the main thing I'm looking right now for is delivery, because when we have a delivery, that kind of show us the price wants to move higher or lower. So yeah, so the first thing I'm looking for when looking for potential trade entries is delivery. Then I want to see the drawn liquidity, and then I want to see the IFG, or the trade entry that you're going to take. But I'm not really seeing anything like that at the moment. Maybe over here on ES, let me just show you guys. But yeah, right here, MES. So we can see we do have a favorability gap right here, also one over here. So I don't really know if this could be a good IFG entry. But I'm mainly looking at the sweep on sell side, higher price action. But it's hard to predict the reversal when price is just expanding lower. That's where predicting the reversal becomes difficult, because I mean something that you could look for is a massive sweep on liquidity, but it's not really, you're not 100% sure the price is going to reverse from that. Of course, on the low time frame you can maybe catch a retracement trade entry, but on the higher time frame that might just be a 50-minute wick or something in that direction. But on the 1 minute time frame it may be a retracement going up to IRL. So we just have to find that delivery area or find the sweep on sell side liquidity, because when we have that, we just have to see if price is going to reverse from there or run out the low. And you're working on 2024 mentorship, or give some mechanical strategies that need daily bias. Yeah, maybe I should do some daily bias videos or some more of them. Or just building a mentorship on YouTube. Well, at the moment, I'm working on a trading routine video. Giving people a trading routine, because some people really lack routine in their trading, especially when it comes to beginners, because they may just go up to the charts and start trading. And I don't really think that's the right approach when you go into trading. No, I mean strategies that cry no. Oh, that kind of way. Yeah. Actually, I mean, most strategies require a 15-minute time frame, or just, as I said, a delivery. And that delivery you may find on the high time frame, or you could just find the 15-minute time frame. But I don't know if you include 15-minute time frame as higher time frame bias. But yeah, there's a lot of strategies that don't really require daily bias. I can definitely make some videos about that. Okay, so not really that much going on at the moment. But I'm definitely waiting for the Forex 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. news. And that's mainly because that's probably where we're going to see price either sweep, sell side liquidity, or move higher. Yes, please separate dedicated places for such strategies. Are kind of okay, sure. But I think the IFG strategy doesn't really require a daily bias. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it doesn't actually. We saw that 15 or 1 hour low get reached down here, as you can see. So now we have a massive SMT actually. Let me just show you guys. Yeah, right there, that low. So this is the low on the 1 hour time frame on MQ, and this is the low on ES, I think. Or let me just check again. Okay, Friday, 16 August. Wow, that's a huge SMT. Look at this. Price action is really lacking at the moment. Oh, that's perfect. That LR. So another massive SMT again. Let me just delete the previous one. Let me just go to let's just say the NQ again. Right there. So again, really large SMT. Definitely some difference between price action on ES and NQ. We're really seeing a huge difference. Okay, so are we seeing a reversal? That's the question. After that sweep on sell side, this one right there, because if we're seeing a reversal, that is very nice, because it gives confirmation to that bullish bias, and I just want some clear bias when taking trade entries. I don't want any choppy price action, so that's mainly what I'm looking for if I want to take any trades. I mainly take trades on ES at the moment, because I think price action has been moving not better necessarily, but it's just, I think it's easy to predict ES compared to NQ, and sometimes NQ reach your stop loss, but on ES it doesn't really, because ES price action doesn't fluctuate as much as on NQ, but of course it remains much of the same. So let's just go on MNQ. Yeah, right there we have the sweep. Not really any specific delivery over an ES other than that large SMT that we just talked about. So yeah, that's a SMT right here. Don't really need that. How's the 2 minute looking? So right here we have a potential IFG at the moment. This one right here. Let me just check. And we don't have it on ES, sadly. But this could be a potential trade entry because we have a very good delivery if it is our reversal area. This down here. IFG is a singular one. Drawn liquidity. I wouldn't say it's that good. It's normal LR high. If, of course, we are bearish. Or bullish, sorry. So if you wanted to, you could enter maybe at the closure, but I would rather wait for the retracement in this case because that's where you're going to get the best RRR. But yeah, I don't really think you would take it actually because we're 10 minutes away from the news. So I would rather wait it out, to be honest. Now let's just see what is going to happen here. If price reached down into this IVG 2 times, I don't think it's going to work. But something that I really want to see within a IVG is if price reaches, or in this case, we can see we have the opportunity to create a fidelity gap if this candle closes at its point at the moment, then we could potentially create a immediate rebalance. And immediate rebalance is a nice confirmation to have when you see a IVG trade entry, because when we get that immediate rebalance, it adds on confirmation to price potentially moving higher again. So it would be nice to see a immediate rebalance down here. Definitely would. We could of course also create a balanced price range, and a closure trade will look something like this. You probably have to adjust your stop loss to get that to risk reward ratio around there. So let's just see if it's going to work. And this is on the 2-minute time frame. You can see it down here. Seems like silver bullet hour would do the move after sweeping lows. Yeah, maybe. Then wouldn't, yeah, this Fervaldiga right here. Oh, what? Jobby price action, it looks like. I want to see some, market structure shifts adding on to the bias. At the moment, ES is definitely the bullish leader, as expected, as we can see right there. Already reached that high, so we have a SMT, which means if you are within this trade entry, I would move my stop loss to break even. So this is how the trade would look. But as I said, I mainly want to take trade entries today on ES, so I'm waiting for a ES trade entry, if we're going to get any in the first place. And you may be wondering, why does this guy want to trade outside, high impact news days? And I have said previously that high impact news days are some of the best days to trade. But if we see good price action these other days, that doesn't just mean that you can't trade them. Of course, when you're journaling them down, seeing very good price action, instead of just only staying on your journals, you could see if there's, or if your setup offers, or if price action offers your setup, because in that case, you can take the trade. It doesn't mean you don't have to, when you're trading, you don't have to only trade within these high impact news days. You can also trade these other days. Sorry if that's wrong said. You can say that. Wrong spoken, I think. So, very close to that take profit. Is it going to reach it? I would like to see it within this game, yeah. So that's the first one. Definitely, if I were you guys, I would definitely add this to the journals. We had a very clean delivery, sell side liquidity, nice IFG. Didn't really make a retracement. I would prefer to see that, but we did create a Vivaldi gap. And decent drawn liquidity, just IRL. So that's a nice one. And no trade entries on ES at the moment, or just no IFGs. And on ES, we have actually reached the New York AM high. So that's nice to see for the bullish bias. So far, our anticipations are pretty good. Yeah, we got a market. We're probably going to get a market structure shift here. Let me just go to 1 minute time frame. So yeah, a market structure shift at the moment is anticipated right here. MSS. And that's, I'd really like to see this, because if we're going to continuate this bullish trend, you know, it's easy to predict which trade entries we're going to take, you know, bullish IFGs. So that's nice to see. Maybe if price is bullish here at 10 a.m., we are probably going to see this being our drawn liquidity. Let me just go on ES actually, because it looks way more tempting. Yeah. Look at this. Equal highs. London. That's nice to see. If we close above this for the year right here, we're going to see the London highs. Let me just make that smaller. Right there. So this is what we're looking for. And we're probably going to see it. I hope so. I want to see some good price action. So that's on ES. Let's just move over to NQ. So NQ, where is it? Can't find NQ now. There, nice. So pretty much the same here in NQ. It isn't really a very strong drawn liquidity, this London high, but still it's the significant data high, or sorry, not data high, session high. So maybe we're going to see this get reached. Let's just mark out this, pretty much the same bias here. Now we just have to wait. What's your guys' bias for today, actually? I haven't asked that. Market structure shift. So we haven't really reached this for the gap yet. I would like to see it get reached. Let me just do something. 2 seconds. Okay. Let me just check. Okay, so I want to see this Favaldi gap right here get used to send price higher, or that's what most cases I would like to see, because sometimes these Favaldi gaps, when we create market structure shifts, can be used to push price higher, but it's not, you know, it's not 100%. If we close above that constant encouragement, no, we didn't. Maybe we're creating a potential IFG. But I'm probably not going to take any IFG entries until after the 10 a.m. news. Just, you know, for extra confirmation. I don't want to be caught in any choppy price action or expanding in my or towards my stop loss. Maybe this is going to hold. Doesn't look like it at the moment. How's the 2 minute looking? Yeah, we have a bit larger 5 minute. Okay, so maybe we're going to create a 5 minute Favaldi gap. That would be nice to see. For extra confirmation. Okay. Okay, so basically on ES we have just reached or tapped out into that Favaldi gap. Let me just show you. Yeah, as you can see right there, we just tapped out into it. NQ is still lagging behind a bit, as we can see. We're gaining support from this Favaldi gap. That's also nice to see. Overall, we are pretty bullish at the moment, as we anticipated at the start of the AM session. Hmm. Okay, so we are getting support from this favela, which is nice to see. Okay, 10 a.m. here. We have news. I want to see a run on liquidity right here. Looks pretty choppy at the moment, but we can't say that until the end of the news. But I like to see that I like to see that this value gap at the moment is getting respected. That's nice to see. And we are, I think, over on ES, we're also respecting the same value gap, which is very nice to see. Gives, extra confirmation. Okay, that's also algorithmic signature. So look how price, reached up to that consequent encouragement on ES, reached the algorithmic signature. If we're bearish, we're definitely going to move lower now. If we're bullish, this is not going to hold. And there's NQ again. Sweep. I think I'm probably going to go still with the bullish bias because that sweep on liquidity is way more significant than the London favela gap we have over here. Because this is a low that was created 2 weeks ago, I think. So it's definitely, if we're bullish, it's definitely going to have a strong reaction. And that means this favela gap should get closed above, and the London high should be our drawn liquidity on both ES and NQ. I would like to see a run on liquidity at this high. We are kind of chopping around at the moment, not really seeing anything special. I'm looking to see if we're going to create any bearish value gaps to maybe take a bullish IFG trade entry on ES at the moment, but I'm not really seeing anything. We did create a large wick. If I just go over here on ES at the moment, right here. So this high right here is, I wouldn't really say it's a significant high because there's is very small. It's a doji high, a doji candles high. And that means we can use our Fibonacci tool from the low all the way to the high to determine, these specific price points, the lower quadrant, the consequent encouragement, upper quadrant. Yeah, this 10 a.m. news aren't really giving that much confirmation, to be honest. We're not really seeing anything special at the moment. MNQ right here. This favela gap is probably not going to hold. But one thing that I definitely want to see is if we go on the 5-minute time frame, to see if price is going to respect this Vivaldi gap we have in here, because this Vivaldi gap could be seen as internal range liquidity, and if this is IRL, right here, if it's IRL, then that means, just make this a bit bigger, this is ERL, and if this is external range liquidity, that means we're bullish. Price is going to run out this high if we're going to move down into this IRL. And that's why I'm looking for the IFG trade entries within this IRL. So if price is going to move all the way down here, creating an IFG, going into IRL, move higher, take the trade entry, external range liquidity, the drawn liquidity. It's basically looks something like this. But doesn't really look like it at the moment. Where is ES? How's ES looking? ES, pretty much the same thing. Or we have actually already reached this high up here, so can't really expect that on ES. But an NQ still looks strong. So we can't really, we can't really see bearish price action at the moment, if I were to guess, because it wouldn't really make sense if this Vivaldi gap is going to hold. If this Vivaldi gap is holding, then we're probably going to reach this high up here. But yeah, a bit boring price action at the moment. We're just chopping around. Not much to say here. Wow, we're already streaming for 40 minutes. That went fast. So at the moment we're seeing, a kind of range right here. If you haven't noticed that yet, let me just do that. So the way we can identify this consolidation is because we have this high up here and this low right here. We're just trading within this range, as you can see at the moment. So I want you to see price purge one of these lows or highs and then reverse from there. So basically we're seeing the AMD model, and I would want to see, IFG to the downside, sweeps delta liquidity, reverse, creating IFG. So basically something like this. Once you see IFG within here, price then reverse after reaching that low is the AMD model and distribute all the way up here. But probably not going to happen with what we're seeing at the moment. But we're allowed to make wishes in price action. Very choppy price action. Maybe it's actually funny how this Vivaldi gap is still holding, because I wasn't really expected it to hold in this price leg right here. I was expected to disrespect it completely, but the price still holding it, which is actually pretty awesome. And if you're wondering what ES is doing right now, it's pretty much the same. Not much. It's just consolidation. maybe we could see. Yeah, it's still really the AMD model that we're looking for, in my opinion. Maybe Friday. Let me just check. PCE on Friday, core PCE price index. That's going to be interesting. So we're, I think we're going to see some expansion days going into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. You know, the 3 last days of the week, especially now that we have NFP in September. And I don't really know, is September a good trading month? Because I know that it vary from month to month how much volatility there's released into the market, and I think August is one of the lowest months. I don't quite remember, but I think September is probably one of the better months. I'm not really sure, but I hope so. I want to see some good price action, some very good price action. Okay, nice. We reached that high. So the question is, are we bearish? Because then we're going to reverse now. And it doesn't look like. If we get a fair value gap above this, I'm bullish. I'm definitely bullish. Because then it would be a kind of, market structure shift or run on liquidity. So this fair value gap held, that's definitely surprised me. Market structure shift, or let's just see how many times if we're bullish we can run out liquidity. So run, this is another run. I think, is there any more runs? No, that's mainly it. Run right there. Not really any RL retracement. So are we going to reverse here or not? That's a question. It would be a good IFG entry, to be honest. Wow, okay, we actually haven't reached the high on ES at the moment. This high, I actually expected that to be the leading bullish driver, but we haven't. And this also means that if you go up here to NQ, the 15-minute time frame, and we have reached a bit deeper into this. Oh, maybe we could close above it within these next 2 minutes and 40 seconds. If we're going to do that, I'm very bullish, and I'm seeing these London highs being a strong draw on liquidity. Really are going to be. So, yes, leaning more to the bearish side at the moment. You can see we have equal highs. I want to see those get swept. Maybe an IVG entry to the upside in the meantime. Let's go back to NQ. So this is actually nice to see, because look how price made a retracement into this Favalli gap, and exactly at the tick reached down to that high, the previous high we just ran. That's really nice to see within price action, because it kind of give us that extra confirmation. We have to look at these specific things that occur within the market, seeing if price they go to that high at the tick, or if price reach the consequent encouragement, So that's definitely something that we're looking for. And if we're going to see a closure here, I'm definitely going to take some bullish IVGs entries. ES really not following along on this bullish closure trend. Where is ES? Right there. As we can see at the moment, it's not really following along on that bullish trend, but MNQ is definitely moving higher at the moment. We're probably going to reach those equal highs on ES, if I were to guess. Okay, maybe a bearish. I'm still looking. No IVG so far, other than 1-2 minute IVG, which we did anticipate. I think it was around 950 or something in that direction. So I'm keeping an eye on this Favalli right here. Okay, we're respecting it. I'd really like to see that. I don't really think we have an ICT silver bullet. It's from 950 to 10, or is it 1015? I don't really trade the silver bullet, but I have done in the past. But we can see that at the moment price is bouncing off this Favalli gap. That is nice to see, giving extra confirmation for this bullish bias. Yes, still not following along, which I would like to see if we're going to be bullish. To clarify that bullish bias. Okay, sadly we didn't. We exactly close beneath it. That is kind of a bearish algorithmic signature. So it's not looking great for the bullish bias. Just depends if we're going to respect this for Favalli gap also. So far we have 2 runs on liquidities, one down here and one up here. This one is definitely more significant than the one down here, I would say. I could see price. Now, it just becomes a bit tricky because if price is just going to make another consolidation like the one down here, we're probably not going to see a closure above this Favalli gap right here. Definitely not within the AM session. But if we start distributing now, now is the time to distribute higher. I would really like to see that. And again, run on this high up here. That would be nice to see. Run. I'm just going to make a short notification on ES. If we close above that fair value gap. Let's just check ES. Right here. So ES, definitely going to get one at this high. RL, let's just say that. Still looks pretty bearish. That constant encouragement on ES. I would really want to see price not respected if we're going to be bullish. 5 minute, how's it looking? Looking decent. We made a closure above that our ERL. Still holding this for the gap. Didn't really expect that, to be honest. Okay, we just swept lows on ES, SMT actually, which is interesting. We also have equal lows on ES. So I thought about maybe taking this trade entry right here, but it's not looking good. And there's a reason behind this, because look at this right here. It's going to be seek and destroy. Equal lows, equal highs. Definitely not what I like to see when taking trade entries. So not really high probability, I would say, in my opinion. We could see maybe. So this could be an entry for some of you guys, but I don't really like it. The delivery, we have a Favalli gap, which we have definitely made a long wick beneath. It's not the best sweep. It is decent. I mean, some of you guys, I would understand if you took this trade entry. I would definitely understand it. Stop loss. Let's just say down here, take profit at this high. This would work. But I don't really know if taking a trade entry in this kind of price action is good at the moment. It's really just choppy, and I want to see some clean deliveries. Okay, we are respecting it at the moment, and on ES it's also going pretty good. If I don't catch it, I'll just wait for the next one. If we close beneath it, it's a automatic close for me. Yeah, so this trade tree wouldn't really have worked. So yeah, glad I didn't really take that one. Still, it wasn't really the best trade tree. Now I'm just seeing if there's anything. Okay, maybe it's going to respect the IFG actually. But definitely, if you put their stop loss down here, you would got disrespected or stopped out. ES trade still holding. Because we are leaning more to the bullish side, holding that bullish bias. This low could become a draw on liquidity. But yeah, I want to see some, decent deliveries, decent Favaldi gaps getting respected, etc. I'm not really seeing that at the moment. I'm just seeing some consolidation and chubby price action. This is a intermediate term lower at the moment. If it's going to respect it, you can see we have that classic formation. Low, high, low, high, low. Or just low, low, low. Or low, lower, low, higher, low. That's what it's called. So the trade on ES that I was looking for, where is ES? Right here. It was mainly, entry here, take profit here, but I didn't really like it because look at, if you look over here, you can see we have equal lows, and I don't really like to see that. So yeah, it's not really the best. Where is NQ? So we can see right here on NQ, yeah, it didn't really respect this IFG. But we're definitely seeing more bullish bias. And one thing that I just noticed actually is, go up here in the 15-minute time frame. So look at ES. So we can see ES at the moment. It did disrespect that algorithmic signature, which I do like to see if we're going to be bullish or continuing that bullish bias. So that's definitely something that is nice to see. And if you go to NQ again, you can also see that NQ is following along on that bullish bias, but not as much as ES. So let me just take a picture of that, put in the Notion. So I'm basically, taking some notes on the side of my screen, keeping up my daily journal, because that is very important in my opinion. Something that can help traders improve, go back in their journal, seeing what mistakes they made in the past. Okay. Wow, I didn't expect that. So, our bias was basically correct. Okay, so we can see we have at the moment we have 3 runs. One run here, second run here, and third run here. And something that I want to show you guys is that look at every fair value gap within this run. This fair value gap got respected because of the run. This fair value gap got respected because of the run. We even created a intermediate term low. Intermediate term low. So, basically we are pretty, or this is holding up, and that's something that I like to see. When we get a run, the fair value gap should hold at every point in price action, because that tells us that the bias is going to continue. That's why I have marked out these 3 runs. One trade opportunity was offered. I didn't take it. There's one reason. This one on ES. Equal highs, equal lows. I don't want to take a trade entry where it's uncertain of the bias, because these equal lows could easily gotten reached before moving up to equal highs. So that's the only reason why I didn't really take this one. So I'm just going to wait for the next trade entry, to be honest. Rather take one which is 60-40 than one which is 50-50. Or of course 50-50 is alright, but still. Okay, so we're probably going to see a closure here and London highs get reached. And if you go back in the stream, you can actually see that we did discuss this even in the start of the stream, that I did say that these London highs were probably going to be our draw on liquidity, because they look really nice. Because if you go here on ES, of course there is a SMT, but if we're bullish, that SMT doesn't really matter, and we can see that we created equal highs here on ES. Looks like a very nice draw on liquidity to me. So and that's why I wrote, if price closes above, London highs is our draw on liquidity. Same over here on NQ. If price closes above, London highs is our draw on liquidity. So that's mainly what we have been focusing on at the moment, and still what we are looking at. It's all up to price if it's going to close above it. And now this is where we may see some good trade opportunities, because I like to see a IFG right here. That would be nice to see, and take trade entry all the way up here. But it's really about if price is going to do that. Then I might consider taking one on either ES or NQ. Okay. That doesn't really look like we're going to create a IFG. No, sadly not. Would be nice though, but we're probably not going to. Maybe if we want to make a retracement all the way down here to this run for value gap, which if we are bullish is going to hold, as we see these 2 previous times. 2 for value gaps held both, one right here, one here. This one, the third one, should probably hold all the way up to London highs, make the close above if we are bullish. I repeat that, if we are bullish, we want to see this value gap get respected. Maybe we don't even need to reach this value gap. Maybe we're just going to go all the way up to London highs at the moment. So I think there was some trade opportunities within this area. Of course, you could have taken this for value gap, but I wouldn't really say it was the best trade opportunities, but there was like one all the way at the bottom, which we did journal, all the way down here, which we did journal. If you go back in the stream, so that's mainly it. I wouldn't really say there's any more significant ones than that one. Hmm. 10:30 coming in. We are going to reach that London high, or probably going to reach the London high, as we closed above that IFG as we anticipated. or created AI for G. So yeah, that's Oh, we also closed above this one right here. Now within this next 5 minutes, I'm anticipating price reaching the London highs. Maybe not on ES, but probably on NQ. And we just got alert on, as we anticipated, guys, London highs have been reached. Oh, yes. Very nice anticipated. Beautiful. Beautiful. Very nice to see. Now it's just the question, are we going to run out this high or are we going to sweep the high? I want to see a continuation on that bullish trend. But ES has not yet reached it, so SMT could be the reversal factor. Or it could be the one which is going to make price reverse. That's just what we have to look out for. Yeah. At the moment, it looks like we're going to sweep. That means that that SMT is going to hold, but I want to see a run. Definitely want to see a closure above it. It's just a matter of fact if we're going to do that or not. Great, yeah. Hmm. 5 minute, what's it telling us? What's the 5 minute telling us? If we close at this candle close, we're probably going to run it out or run out the high. Yeah, ES is going to reach the high. As we see, it's pretty close on ES. Not really any trade opportunities going up to the London high. If we're looking at trade opportunities, it's going to be on ES because NQ has already reached the high. 3 runs in a row, that's all it took to reach that London high. $15-minute, looking good. It would be nice to see. Let me just go on ES. Where is ES? Right there. So ES, Favaldi gap, retracement, now pumping higher. London highs. SMT at the moment. Looks like we're going to run out the high on NQ. Where's ES at? It's right there. We're close to it. And the reason I've gone over the way up here is because we have equal London highs, which is a strong draw on liquidity. And we closed above this. Just have to be patient now. Just have to be patient. Order block. So something that we see when we're pretty bullish or having a bullish trend is price respecting these continuation order blocks, which I've also mentioned in my video all about order blocks, I think it's called. I would like to see some propulsion blocks if we're really bullish and going to reach this high up here. But it doesn't look like it at the moment. I wouldn't really consider this a propulsion block because it kind of disrespected this order block right here, as we see it moved all the way beneath it, reaching a volume imbalance. Now this is where we may just see a IVG. But if price would be so sweet to leave this Favaldi gap, we could see a trading opportunity be offered right here. I'm just a bit nervous about that SMT at the moment. We have SMT at this high over here on where's NQ? Right here. You can see at the moment. Think we're going to get a trade opportunity here on ES, and I'm probably going to take it, to be honest. Because we have a clean drawn liquidity, clean delivery, so looks good to me. No, wow, at the last moment. Oh my god, we didn't really create it, guys. See, let me just show you right here. We failed to create it, sadly. That was probably going to be my trade for the today, but yeah, looks bearish. Wow, didn't really expect that. Maybe we are going to see a, what's it called now? A ERL, or sorry, IRL to ERL. As we can see, Favaldi gap to external. Same on ES. Favaldi gap to external. And you may be wondering, why is this guy just not just taking the Favaldi gap to entry? Well, it's because I trade inversion Favaldi gaps mainly, and I want to stick to that path, or stick to my trading rules, because as many of you guys have heard or seen, sticking to your trading rules is in the long run going to cause you the most success when trading. So, you know, I'm just trying to stick to that, and you know, staying in my circle of competence, because that is probably where you're going to see the most success in your trading. I really want to see some confirmation that we're going to move higher from this London high SMT, because if we're not going to get any confirmation, it's going to be very difficult to see or take any bullish trade entries. Let me just zoom in here. So, price action, weren't really seeing much. It's kind of, you know, just a bit chopping around, I would say. Not really seeing the best here for price. I would understand if people would have taken this right here as IFG. You know, on the high time frame, we kind of have a sweep, SMT. We have this right here, but respected the volume balance of the Favaldi gap, so not really the best. We're just chopping around. Okay, some more bullish price action. If the next 5-minute closes above this, I'm going to see the 50-minute also maybe closing above that London high. So, Yeah, no, we didn't. Sadly. Okay, so this is kind of the same price action we saw down here and down here at the moment. As you can see, we're kind of, it's like a trend, if you want to call it that. Chop, run, chop, run. Then we came all the way up to London highs. Right now we're chopping. Maybe we're going to see another run up here. Wait, 2 seconds. Let me just there. Maybe we're going to see another run. Maybe. So I think, yeah, maybe we're going to see a run now, continuing that bullish trend. It's kind of like trending higher, if you want to say that. 1 hour. Okay. If we get a close above the London high on the 1 hour time frame, we are bullish. I would say that. I would say that with confidence, really, because that could lead to a closure above this Valley gap, this London high, this high, this high, draw liquidity, and we just go further up to the all-time highs, maybe. Okay, what is price going to do? Maybe we're going to make another intermediate term low, as we also saw down here. We saw intermediate term low. This could be our new intermediate term low. I would actually like to see that. That would be nice to see. So we can see what's the 50 minute. If the 50 minute in about 2 minutes or so is going to make a close above this London high, I would say with confidence that we are going to reach the high on ES, and this SMT that we have right now is probably going to get disrespected. Run on liquidity. No, we haven't really closed above it also on the 5 minute. Yes, consolidating, really. At the moment, it's just consolidating. Not really much there. Also, if we go over to MNQ again. We can see that price, yeah, maybe creates that intermediate term low down here. Or we're just going to see another run. It's really just the same, to be honest. I'm kind of like repeating myself because price is doing the same again and again and again. this is the low right there. Okay, so we made the close above the London high right here, as we can see on NQ. So this basically means that I am going to be bullish, because the SMT that we saw right here, I don't think it's going to be validated, or I don't think price is going to validate that SMT based on price making a close above the high or running out the high. But really, to get that confirmation on the run, I want to see if a valid gap created within here. But yeah. So now we're probably going to see some kind of, either market structure shift or another run on liquidity. I would like to see that to the upside. Or maybe just any IFG. Not really been any great trade opportunities so far. It's just been, a bit choppy price action, to be honest. Not really much there. Yeah. So, yes, it also closed pretty bullish if we go over here. Yes, as we can see, we closed above that high, and now we're just waiting to see the equal highs get reached. I wonder, I think ICT at the moment is also live? I'm not really sure. Don't really know. Yeah, actually ICT is live at the moment. Let me just see what he's talking about. Yeah, I also think he's talking about, how the price is, or the price movement at the moment. Yeah, basically. I've also thought his lectures are a bit boring, to be honest. But, yeah, it's alright. Which still waiting for that bullish bias, if we're going to get any at the moment. Or just, some expansion moves to the upside, that would be nice to see. Trade on quarterly fury. No, I don't really trade actually on quarterly fury, but I know a lot of people actually who do, and it's all right. Do you trade quarterly fury? Quarterly fury. I think I pronounced it right. Isn't it like, every 90 minutes or so? Okay. Maybe we're going to see a order block right here. Maybe. So basically, price, yeah, so we're still chopping around in this range from this low all the way to this high right here. And basically, my bias hasn't really changed on just watching price chop around within here. Still mostly bullish. Mm, 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 mm. I think one of the main reasons, or one of the things that you guys should be focusing on when we're seeing some chubby price action like this, is you have to be patient. You know, you can't just, if you see a little Favaldi gap in between, you have to be patient and seeing if it actually follows your setup. Because if it doesn't really follow your setup, it's probably not that great, and you're probably just going to be bored price chopping around, getting close to your stop loss, getting close to your take profit level, all of that stuff. For changes there, should we take last opposite candle or consecutive candles? Well, I would say you should probably, let's say that this is the change in state of delivery, right? This right here. Then I would enter based on the last candle, you know, this candle right here, or the highest candle, let's say if it's a bullish change state of delivery, because this is where we mostly see price respect, or we're probably going to see that upper candle get respected. Or that's at least what I've seen most of the time. So we finally reached the high, this high right here on ES. Yeah, on ES, but NQ is still lagging behind a bit. Not really any trade opportunities. We're not seeing any Favaldi gaps or any of that nice stuff. So price action is choppy. Mm, 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 mm. Hmm. I'd like to see if a gap get created within here, because that could be used to, you know, push price higher again. Yeah, we're probably going to create a, no, we're probably not actually. Or did we? A very small Favaldi gap within here. Yeah, create a very, very small Favaldi gap. It's probably not going to hold. S&T at this high at the moment. Looks like we're going to maybe create a little AMD model in between. Then this low would be the drawn liquidity. Yeah, that's basically what I'm looking at. But this isn't really anything that we want to be trading at the moment. Maybe if price is going to create more Favaldi gaps, then it would be more attractive. But at the moment, it's not looking so. Okay, so we got a okay, so we created equal lows on ES at the moment. So I don't really like to see that. I don't like to see when price is creating equal highs and equal lows constantly on ES. That just shows that the price action is not the best. And yeah, we didn't really create any Favaldi gap. So it's a bit boring, to be honest, right now. Not seeing much. All right, so I'm probably going to end the stream right now, because yeah, you know, we saw most of price action. We did predict well price, so yeah, that's probably where we're going to end the stream. Yeah. Okay, bye guys.